Well, welcome. Man, little late night special tonight for, the fans of the Coaches Channel, the Coaches Show Live. Um, we'll see how many people going to join me tonight. I know it's late. Um, boy, got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. And whoever joins me, I'm glad that you're joining me, okay? Because it's cool. Even if one person joins the show, I'm thankful for that one person. Because you could have been somewhere else. You could have been kicking it, chilling with your homies, chilling with your girl, chilling with your man. You know, what's up, Tay Tay, baby? How you doing? What's up? Glad to see you. You definitely know what it is. Okay, checking my audio, Tay Tay. All right, cool. I'm gonna have a special guest on my show tomorrow, and I think you guys might know who it is. I can't say too much right now. Okay, Tay Tay, I can text you and tell you, or you can text me, and I'll tell you who's coming on the show. But I can't say anything right now. But there's a special person that's going to be on my show tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you definitely don't want to miss tomorrow. It's going to be electrifying, and it's somebody who you would never think would come to the show, but they're going to come. They're gonna come. It's just what it is. Okay. Um, it's gonna be an interview. It's gonna be an interview. Definitely gonna be an interview. It is what it is. And you guys probably at about 2:30, 2 o'clock, I'll announce who's coming. Only reason why is because just a lot of stuff going on. Okay. We're gonna talk briefly about Kayla Harrison and Chris Cyborg, but I really want to talk about the issue at Capitol Hill, and I want to do a live stream that's for it. Um, Matter of fact, it's 10:39. Let's go ahead. Let me cut the music, and let's go ahead and get started with this late night podcast. Okay, let's get started. Hey, I'm your host of the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. My name is Coach Shelton Harrison. Okay, and thank you for joining me this evening. You could have been somewhere else, but you chose to be here. Wow, wow. So Chris Cyborg has finally responded. Okay, Chris Cyborg now wants to put everything else on hold. She wants to put her her title defense on hold. And Chris Cyborg wants to fight Kayla Hype Job Harrison. Okay, Chris Cyborg finally wants to give Kayla Harrison what she wants. Okay, and that's one pure adulterated ass whooping. That's what Chris Cyborg wants. Okay, Chris Cyborg wants to go ahead and give Hype Job Harrison that work. She wants to. What can I say? What can I say? I mean, we knew that this was going to come. Okay, we knew that this was coming. We knew that, Kayla Harrison was going to continue to talk until she pushed herself into a fight that she couldn't, really get out of. Listen, Chris Cyborg also wants to move up to 155 pounds. Okay, she wants to fight in Kayla's own weight class to go ahead and just shut her up completely. And Chris Cyborg is going to push hard for that. She's going to push hard for that fight. Okay, she's going to push very, very hard to get that fight. And her, Scott Coker, Ray Sifo, they're going to come up and try to make a deal to try to get this fight kicked off in 2021. Okay, and this is what I told you. Okay, Kayla Harrison has been probably the most dumbest person under God's hot sun. Number one, not only does Kayla Harrison not only does she not want to, just focus and get the wins of some opponents under her belt. Nope. Kayla Harrison would rather sit back and just name drop. She would sit back and just name drop fighters, so she can bring attention to herself, and that's what she's been doing. Instead of just doing her work. That's why I say I hate this young generation. They don't ever want to work for shit. They just want you to give it to them. They want you to hand it over to them because they're entitled to it. That's what they think. Well, it's Kayla Harrison. It's Kayla Harrison. So Now she's gonna get what she wants. Okay, she's put up so much attention, she's done so much stuff, and now the fight is gonna happen. Okay, Tay Tay, the fight's gonna happen. It is what it is. Okay, we got the fight. Okay, Kayla got what she wanted. Now I don't want to hear any excuses from Kayla Harrison. Okay, when Cyborg goes in there and she demolishes this girl, and that's what's gonna happen. Okay, when Chris Cyborg go in there and demolish this girl, I don't want to hear any excuses. Oh well, Kayla was too green. We told y'all, stupid people, that Kayla was too green. We told y'all this. Okay, we put this into y'all. We told y'all that Kayla Harrison is too green. What can't y'all understand about the situation? Okay, salute to CB Sports TV, TJ Sports, LDBC hashtag. Okay, what don't you people understand that Kayla Harrison is green? She's green. Okay, she don't have an MMA back. She don't have an extensive MMA background. We can say, oh, yeah, well, she's 8-0. Of course she's 8-0. But she's 8-0 against who? Two of those opponents, okay? I think no, only one of those opponents to me has been a legit threat. Okay, two of those opponents. Maybe one. The rest of those opponents, man, these are people that they just put her in there because the matchups were incredibly easy. She could go in there and win the fight. I mean, come on, let's just be honest, okay? If we're really being honest about Kayla Hype Job Harrison, we know that the matchups to her were favorable. They did that on purpose so Kayla Harrison can be a force and they can promote Kayla Harrison, all the stuff. So now the name dropping and all the stuff. The girl was 3-0 calling out Chris Cyborg. I mean, damn. Okay, but when she go in here and get beat, I don't even want to hear anybody trying to say that Kayla Harrison was too green. Kayla Harrison should have waited. I don't want to hear that, and I ain't even finna hear it. I ain't even finna try to hear it. Okay, anybody tell me that? I ain't even talking to you. I have nothing to say. Okay, I have nothing to even try to portray to anybody that's coming on here and that's trying to do that whole nonsense of, oh, well, Kayla Harrison is too green. Okay, of course. Of course. Of course she too green. I mean, but this is what the fuck I tried to tell you people. This is what the fuck I told y'all people, that Kayla Harrison was too green. Okay? I've been telling y'all this now for the past year. You're not ready for the likes of a Chris Cyborg. You're not ready for the likes of an Amanda Nunes. Why don't you go and do what the fuck you're supposed to do? Why don't you fight, build up your resume, get some opponents under your belt, and then you go call out the best? No, 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 no. Nope, can't do that. Nope, because Kayla Harrison is an attention whore. Yes, I'm going to say it in the raw. She's an attention whore. That's what she is, okay? She craves attention, and if nobody's paying attention to her, then my God, okay? Then, let all hell break loose because nobody's paying attention to me, Kayla, okay? I mean, everybody's talking about Cyborg and Amanda and Valentina, but nobody's talking about me. So guess what I have to do, okay? Ooh, I got to find a way to get attention on myself. Well, this is the way she decided to do it, okay? And it's going to be a painful experience for Kayla Harrison. Oh, very painful. And please, 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 I don't want to hear any excuses. Don't try to make me feel sorry for her. Guys, I just don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear it. Okay, I don't want to hear any fucking excuses for this girl. I don't want to hear it. I get sick and tired of people giving excuses to people that just sit here and they trash talk people. They name drop. They clout chase. I get tired of that, y'all. Yep, Ross Jack's PG-13 channel. It just slipped out, man. It slipped out. But I really truly get tired of it. Okay, and you know, it's getting to the point now where we all know what the hustle is, okay? All of us and the God's hot son, we know what the hustle is, okay? Kayla Harrison is too stupid to have a good thought. She too stupid to have a smart thought. Kayla Harrison is just stupid, okay? And I told y'all, but I told y'all this was going to happen. See, I've been predicting all of this stuff, like hands down, I've just been predicting it day in and day out. I'll come on here, I'll drop a video, and I'll tell all of y'all, look, look, hey, Kayla Harrison don't want that kind of smoke. She don't want it because if she gets that smoke from Chris Cyborg, this girl is going to get knocked out. Okay? She's going to get beat and knocked out. It's going to happen. Okay? See, it's one thing, man. You have to have respect You have to have respect for the craft that people are doing. You have to have respect for that. Okay? You can't go into somebody else's world and then think that you're just going to come in there. Okay, you don't even understand all the pieces of that person's craft. And then all of a sudden now you believe that you good at it. You can beat somebody in their own game and you hadn't trained for it. And that's the issue that I have with Clarissa Shields. It's the same thing. I have the exact same issue with her and Clarissa Shields. Okay? They don't understand that this thing is time. That it's like they don't want to wait. They don't want to buy their time, you know? They don't want to do what they're supposed to do in order to get to the level that they need to get to. They don't want to do that. What they choose to do is they choose to just, continue to clout chase. They continue to name drop. They continue to just make these ridiculous claims and offers and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, we all understand what it is. We know what it is. We see what's happening. And guys, I'm telling y'all, we finna watch Kayla Harrison unravel right before your eyes. Okay? Oh shoot. Okay. Shout out to Justin Statham, get cash in the super chat, man. Salute, man. Salute to the homie. He said, Cyborg gonna put Kayla in the body bag, and I can't wait. I can't wait either. Okay, I can't wait either because this is what we've been telling all these Kayla Harrison fans. This is what we've been telling Kayla Harrison. Listen, listen, listen. Just do what you're supposed to do. Get your skill set up, and then call out the best. No, 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 no. We don't want to do that, Justin. We don't want to do that. That's too much. That's too much like doing some work. Okay, that's too much like doing some work. You got Chelsea Chandler on your ass, and you don't even want to deal with that. And that's something. I mean, she got Chelsea Chandler on her behind. She don't even want to deal with that, Justin. Nah, she don't want to do that. Okay, she don't want no parts of Chelsea Chandler, none whatsoever. Ducked that. I mean, she ducked that fade completely. But she's not gonna admit that. She's not gonna say that I didn't want to fight Chelsea Chandler. What she'll say is, well, nobody wanted to fight me at a catch weight, which that's not true. Okay. And then if nobody wanted to fight you at a catch weight and you were willing to fight, well, I mean, Courtney King didn't fight you at a catch weight and you still fought Courtney King. All this stuff comes back full blown circle. Folks, it just do. It just do. And it's not even. Y'all, what do y'all think? I mean, Ross Jacks, Justin Statham. I mean, what do y'all? You know, Kayla Harrison is Kayla's a fucking idiot. Excuse my language tonight, y'all. Kayla Harrison is an idiot. Okay, not only is she an idiot, she'll never be smart. Okay. Yeah, Ross. She's got great judo. Her wrestling is okay, below average striking, and she wants Cyborg. And let's look at what Cyborg got. Cyborg has above average wrestling. She's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Okay, I mean above average striking, and we see how this don't even match up. Kayla Hype Job Harrison, she's in over her head. She's in over her head, and she knows she's in over her head. She knows she is. Okay, it just is what it is. Okay, she she craves attention. And it's like she was talking about like her, who she dates and her relationships, and she was saying that everything we do is a competition. Could you imagine being in a relationship with somebody like this egotistical, arrogant ass woman like Kayla? Like, think about it. Y'all can't even go out and have fun on something because she'll make it a competition. And then if you beat her in a competition, she be the type to go home mad and angry at you because you didn't let her win. Like, who got time for all of that, man? I mean, who's got time for all of that? My God. My God. Man. Tell you what, though. I tell you what, this is going to be one of the most brutal knockouts in MMA history. I'm telling y'all. I'll put money on that. Whatever. This is going to be one of the most brutal knockouts in MMA history. Not WMMA history. I said MMA history. Okay? You said you'd rather date Ebas. Yeah, Ebas annoying. Man, look. I don't know. I probably couldn't date either one of them, man. I have to put, I don't know, I have to put a muzzle over Eva's mouth because she wouldn't stop talking. And then I don't know. I wouldn't even go near Kayla. Ugh. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, I wouldn't do it. And y'all know I love Amazons. I just not. Ugh. No, thank you. No, thank you. Somebody else can make her happy. Oh man, maybe Brendan Schaub or hit on her or something. I don't know. But that's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. How's the matchup gonna go? Well, when Kayla's gonna figure out that, oh, I can't take Chris Cyborg to the ground, which is what we're gonna tell her. Kayla gonna figure out Cyborg won't go to the ground, and then the next thing you know, Kayla Harrison gonna eat her right hand. Okay, it's gonna be the hardest shot she ever taken in her life. Kayla Harrison gonna curl up in a ball, or she gonna try to reach out and grab. Chris Cyborg ain't gonna try to hit it. Okay, Chris Cyborg gonna push them attempts away. She gonna crack Kayla again, and then Kayla Harrison, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Kayla Harrison finna go to sleep. Okay, and I'm sorry, Chris Cyborg might even take her to the ground and then submit her. I'm telling y'all that Courtney King fight showed me a lot about Kayla Harrison, and this girl's a hype job. And I'm telling each and every one of you Kayla Harrison supporters, she's a hype job. Okay, Courtney King should have never been able to land the shots on Kayla Harrison that she was able to land. Yep, Chris Cyborg at 155 pounds. Boy, she gonna be big, muscular, and dangerous as hell. And man, she walk around at 170 pounds. So I mean, what do you think's gonna happen next? She walk around at 170 pounds. Hey man, Chris Cyborg probably gonna hydrate up there. Chris gonna come in at about 165 pounds hydrated, maybe even 170. Man, look, Chris might come in there in her walking around weight. Kayla Harrison gonna get messed up, man. Kayla Harrison is gonna get destroyed. Okay, but it's all in what I told y'all. It's all in what I told y'all. I explained to y'all. I said, look, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Y'all smash that like button, man. Y'all smash the like button right now, you musty mouth meatball head fools. Smash that like button right now. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's really a shame that some of these young fighters, man, they don't want to do what they have to do. This reminds me of Megan Anderson. The exact same thing reminds me of Megan. Um, it reminds me of Megan because Megan, they pumped Megan's head up, and they told Megan she was ready for Holly Holm, Jermaine, and Chris Cyborg. Well, we all see now, that no, she wasn't, because Holly Holm went in there and completely dominated Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson had some spots in the fight. She had her bright spots, but to really keep it 100, Megan Anderson really didn't do a whole lot in that fight. Holly Holm dominated the fight. I mean, but you see, this is what it is. This is what you tell people like Megan Anderson and Holly. I mean, it's what you tell people, man. You tell people like this that, hey, you know what? Why don't you chill? Why don't you chill? Just chill. Oh, okay. All the rage George Page in the doggone super chat. Hype job gonna get smoked like a country ham. Man, George. Man, don't bring up food. I'm on a fast, George. I'm on a fast, bro. The only thing I've had to eat today, I had one smoothie, and now I'm chewing on a ginger root to curb my appetite. I've only had one smoothie today. No, two. I had two. Okay. Here it is now. It's like 10. It's almost 11 o'clock, man. I'm talking about, bro. And I'm going to be doing this for a long time. A smoothie a day and chew on ginger to curb my appetite. Uh, yeah, Cyborg. Yeah, Tay Tay. Cyborg is going to be even more dangerous at 155. She's going to be comfortable. Okay. Cyborg is going to go in there and beat the brakes off this girl. She's gonna beat the brakes off of her. And it ain't gonna be nothing Kayla gonna do about it. Look, Kayla gonna sit there and eat it. And you know what? She gonna look around, look at her team. She gonna look at Mike Brown. Okay, and she gonna look at Mike Brown and say, "You said I can beat her," but and I think her own team. I think they even know too that she can't. This is too much. It's too much. You know. I think if Kayla really wanted to do the deal, she should have went ahead and came to the UFC when she had a chance to. I told y'all early in Kayla's career, Kayla Harrison actually had a chance to go to the UFC. She had a chance, but she declined that to go to the PFL. And and it's that easy money, man. You get a stipend. Kayla Harrison gets what, $2,000 a month from PFL, and and you get to fight easy selected opponents. I mean, it is what it is. Oh man, the handwriting is on the wall for Kayla Harrison. It is, y'all. The handwriting. And you know what she's gonna try to do? She's gonna try to outmuscle Cyborg and push Cyborg against the cage. That's what she's gonna try to do. And that's their whole plan. Y'all know that that don't work. Okay, they know that that don't work. You know, everybody tried to do it. Holly Holm tried it. What happened to Holly Holm? She got beat up. Okay. Felicia Spencer tried to do it. What happened to Felicia Spencer? Felicia Spencer got destroyed. Okay. I mean, Yana Kunaskaya tried to do it. Yana got knocked smooth out. They all tried, y'all. Everybody tried. Okay, let me just hold Cyborg against the cage, and that's gonna do it for us because we got to hold against the cage to keep her from attacking us. Yeah, let's do that. Well, no, it don't work. It don't work. Don't work. Kayla versus Megan, it might be a good fight. I think Kayla wins that fight. If Megan can keep the fight standing, but Megan against really strong grapplers, Megan Anderson has shown that she can't keep the fight standing. I think Kayla will get her down. Unless if Megan can catch Kayla coming in, okay, it's night night. Megan Anderson hit you and she hit you flush, she dropping you. Okay, that's one thing I say about the Aussie is if the Aussie hits you one time, she'll drop you. Okay, it just is what it is. Okay, I'm telling y'all, it is what it is. My goodness. Okay, guys, I will expound upon on that a little bit later in the week or so, whatever I do. Okay, I want to talk about this Capitol Hill protest, or I want to talk about this Capitol Hill terrorist attack because that's what it was. It was a bunch of racists that stormed, the Capitol building, and they wanted to make sure that their terrorist of a president, Donald J. Trump, remained in office. I mean, heck, I mean, if you're telling me it's not racist, well, how do you explain the noose? How do you explain that noose? I mean, did we not see a noose? I know I saw a noose. Yeah, George, I saw a noose. Did anybody else see that noose, or was I seeing things? Was Coach Shelton Harrison seeing things? Because I could have sworn the coach seen a noose at Capitol Hill. I know I did. How about y'all? I saw that noose and I said, hot diggity dog. I said, my God. Look, and it's not a laughing matter, man. I thought Capitol Hill was like Fort Knox. I thought Capitol Hill was like Fort Knox. I want all these people, all these conservatives now, they be trying to send me DMs and all this stuff. Hey, I want y'all to come to me now, and I want y'all to try to explain this. I want all you conservatives to try to explain this. Please try. Please try to explain this because I don't think you're going to be explaining this too much. I don't think you'll be able to explain it. I'm sorry. You won't be telling me anything. You won't be explaining it. I mean, look, man. This to me, Donald Trump cut his boys loose. Okay, and if you will, Donald Trump sent out his private army, his personal private army of Trump supporters. And what did these people do? They went in there. They destroyed the place. They destroyed the place. And I'm talking about, man, they went in there, man. They went in Nancy Pelosi office. Man, they went in there and destroyed the Great Hall. And man, I thought about this and I said, what if this would have been, I don't know, a group of black men? What if this would have been Muslims? What if this would have been blacks, Muslims, or what if this would have been a group of Hispanics? Do you know what would have happened? It'd probably been one of the biggest mass murderers in American history. That's what would have happened. And the thing of it is, the fact that people are condoning this, okay? I mean, seriously, there are people co-signing this. I said, man, you got to be out your mind. People are actually co-signing this crap. Yeah, there are people co-signing it. Talking about, well, if the election, wasn't rigged, then this wouldn't have happened. Wait. So, okay, if Trump loses, the election is rigged. But if he wins, well, I mean, he won by fair. So, I mean, basically, if he lost anyway, If he lost, the election was going to be, I mean, not the election, the election, sorry, was going to be rigged, y'all. The election was going to be rigged anyway. Folks, look, man, that was an excuse to storm Capitol Hill. And the man even said, listen, y'all need to fight, okay? Y'all need to fight, and y'all can't be weak. Meaning that, hey, man, y'all go up in there, man. Y'all go up on Capitol Hill, and y'all take these jokers out of here while Donald Trump sat comfortably in the White House. Ain't that something, man? You can rally a group of racists. Hey, yo, that was a dangerous scene, y'all. That was dangerous. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Donald Trump said, hey, you know what? You see your black brothers or your Hispanic brothers, well, they ain't your brothers anymore, okay? We need to draw blood. Could you imagine that a danger that somebody like Donald Trump is? Donald Trump is dangerous, man. They need to get him out of there. They need to get him out of office now. Okay, we can't even wait another 6 days. Could you imagine what he's going to do in another 6 days? They need to get him out now, man. This guy's dangerous. He's a lethal weapon. I mean, this dude weaponized. He weaponized 30,000 conservatives and racists. He weaponized these people, man. And they stormed up the Capitol Hill with his agenda. And, a couple of people got killed. Blood was shed, y'all. Blood was shed. It was shed. And I'm thinking, okay, so the person whose blood got shed, I mean, was that for the cause? Was that for the cause? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. If I was a police officer, if I was the FBI, I'd have shot. I just would have kept shooting. If you come past these doors, I'm putting a bullet in you, okay? If you come near me, I'm finna put a bullet in you. I would have been shooting the whole time, okay? It wouldn't have been no, okay, stop right there. No, 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 no. You get one warning. If you come past this point, I'm putting a bullet in you. That's what should have happened. That's what should have happened. But nah, these people, man, they got to go home. They got to go home. These people got to go back to where they're. And you know what? I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. I think they're going to do it again. I think they're going to do it again. But y'all know what? I think we're going to get a bombing. I think these guys, they're going to come armed. And some of them weren't armed. But I think these people, they're going to come in and they're going to start shooting with guns blazing. Hey, guys, these going to be the worst 6 days of American history. Okay? And then Trump isn't going to lead off. They're going to have to strong arm him out of there, man. They're going to have to strong arm him out of there. I mean, could y'all imagine, man, the destruction that this guy's causing? This guy's causing destruction, man, on all levels, man. And don't nobody really care. You know what? And people say, well, it's not about race. Yeah, it is about race. Sure is. Oh, it's about race, George. Tay Tay, Ross. It's about race. Anybody that tell you it's not about race, I don't know what to tell you because I'm going to say, how do you explain a noose? And don't tell me that there's a different interpretation of a noose, right? Okay? We know what a noose means. We know if you black and you live in America, you know what that means. Somebody finna try to hang you. We know what a noose is. Man, man. Can I say I feel bad for the lady who got shot? No, I don't really feel bad for her because she shouldn't have been up there in the first place doing what she was doing. You don't go to Capitol Hill and start destroying, the foundation, and it's supposed to be justice. Nah, you ain't supposed to do that. Shouldn't yeah? I mean, you shouldn't have had your ass up there in the first place. I mean, it's just what it is. And it's supposed to be a peaceful protest. Where was the peace? Where was the peace in that peaceful protest? I mean, can anybody tell me about that? I didn't see a peaceful protest. I mean, did y'all? I ain't see anything peaceful about that. Yep, Donald Trump got a cop killed. Matter of fact, George Page, let's look at all the deaths. Let's talk about the people who were murdered, okay, by these terrorists and thugs, okay. Let's really look at, okay, okay, George, 5 deaths, 5 deaths, George Page, okay. Let's talk about the people who were killed, and I'm gonna show y'all some more pictures of the whole protest. See, I want us to take a look at this, man, because this right here, these are not patriots, y'all. Okay, these people are not patriots. These are terrorists. These are racists. These are terrorists. These are thugs. Okay, that's what they are. I don't really care what people want to say, or you're gonna have your people try to justify it. I wish you Trump supporters come and justify it. I want y'all to justify these people being murdered. Okay, justify that. Justify these cops being the cop got murdered. Justify that lady who went up there being murdered. I mean, justify it. Now, granted, I don't have any sympathy for her. Okay, I don't, because she shouldn't have been up there trying to do what she was doing. But how do you explain that? Let's take a look. Oh, real quick. Oh, that's Pearl Gonzalez. Hold on, let's cut that off. I don't want Pearl. I want the other person, my advertiser, my boy. My boy, Sick Jitsu. That's my boy, Sick Jitsu Entertainment. That is my boy, Sick Jitsu Entertainment. I'm finna put him up on the screen. Um, he do all the fighter walkout songs. Guy's a heck of a guy. And he got me the interview tomorrow with a special guest. Okay, that's all I can say to y'all. I can't tell you who. I can't tell you who coming tomorrow. I can't. It's for reasons, because I know. Yeah, there's a couple of reasons why we can't. I can't disclose right now, but I'll tell you. Okay, this podcast is brought to you by my main man, Sick Jitsu Entertainment. Folks, if you're a fighter and if you're looking for a walkout song, the best thing to do is get in touch with Sick Jitsu Entertainment. He can create his own walkout song for you, personal. The man writes his own lyrics. Okay, he writes every last one of his lyrics, and your song will be specially made for you. Okay, reach out to him on Instagram and DM him on Instagram. Okay, the man's got a pretty nice little business going with that. Sick Jitsu Entertainment. Yeah, George, you have a lot of racists that's infiltrated the police. He even had cops that let these people in. I mean, that's wild. You had police that let these people in, y'all. I sat and I said, man, 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 man. Well, I mean, hey, oh. Let's put the picture up, okay? These people, they're not patriots, everybody. These people are not patriots. These people, they're racist, thugs, and terrorists. It is what it is. And I know some people come on, oh man, well who. Nope, nope. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I can't co-sign this. And definitely me and my buddy Dennis Espinoza, man, that's my guy. We had a discussion about this. Him and I, we talked about this, man. We really well, we didn't discuss it, but we will. And I really truly disagree with him when he was saying that Antifa, had something to do with it. Here go the thing with that, man. I look at this and I get tired whenever something go down in this country. I get tired of, like, us as a people being connected to it. I just get tired of it. Okay, I get tired of us. For once, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy the show. Well, there's nothing really enjoyable about this, y'all. I mean, think about it. There's nothing enjoyable about this. I mean, do y'all see anything enjoyable about what y'all saw? It ain't. I just know now that my guns. Okay, I got to keep all of that stuff on point. I got to keep it on point because y'all. Do you know that these people, these races, they can cluster together and they can legit start a war. Guys, I mean, honestly, could you imagine these people just going in there shooting? I'm talking about shooting, just straight up blasting people. Guys, we'll be in the midst of a war. Are these patriots? Okay, are these patriots? Are any of these people patriots? I mean, please do tell. Please do tell. Are any of these people patriots? I don't see no damn patriots in this. I don't see none. And I don't really talk to politics that much on this channel. It's not my thing, but I don't see no patriots. I see a bunch of crazy people. I see a bunch of dangerous people. I see a bunch of deadly people. Okay, this is what I see on the screen. I don't see any Patriots here. Zero Patriots. So I mean, a lot of y'all can miss me with, oh man, yeah man. Well, they had a right to be up there. And nope, because George, if it were you or me, we'd be shot dead right now, George. We'd be shot dead. They would blow our head off and string us up. Okay, or George, if it was you or me, we'd be in jail. If it were you or I, George Page, we would be sitting in somebody's jail cell rotting right now. We'd be rotting. You know, but this is America. This is America. I always tell folks, man, you know, being a black man in America, it's tough. It's very tough. Being a black man in America is tough, and people don't get it. I think being a black man, period, is tough. But when you go out and people say, man, you guys complain and this and that. Well, how would you feel if when you go somewhere, okay, you have people harassing the hell out of you everywhere you go? Just yesterday, I had on a trench coat and I went into a grocery store and I had my hands, at the top of my coat, just holding it, and I had my phone in another hand. And as soon as I walk in, the girl at the desk, she goes, well, can I help you with something? No, I just walked in the store. What make you think I need help? And so they kept looking at me the whole time while I was just going to pick up some grapes and some fruit. And so finally I walked over to her and I said, if you don't stop watching me, I said, I'm going to set it off in here, okay? And I'm just telling you straight up, stop watching me, okay? I don't have anything in my jacket. She said, oh, I didn't think that. I said, that's exactly what you thought. And then I got loud. I said, so what? Y'all think a black person that come in here with a leather coat, a trench coat, leather coat, I mean, y'all think that what, we criminals? I mean, well, you think that I'm hostile? I don't have nothing in my coat. I said, you a fool. She looked like she about to cry. Man, I gave her the fifth degree. I gave it to her. I gave it to her. Okay, I gave it to her completely. But this is the perception that they have of black people, especially black men. This is their perception. This is the fear that we put, that they're afraid or they just want to kill. And she kept watching me the whole time, watching me shop, watching me shop. Like what's the reason for that? I know. But then people want to tell me, oh well, race not existing. Oh man, you can't let it control you. I don't. I'm just pointing out the obvious, okay? I'm pointing out the actual obvious. I'm telling you what's here. I'm telling you what it is, okay? And some people that you don't understand what it's like to be black. You just don't get it. You just don't understand, and unfortunately, maybe you'll never understand, you know? Maybe some of you people you'll never understand. You'll never understand what it's like to be a black man in America. You just won't get it, okay? It doesn't really matter what you say or how you try to say, well, I've had this happen. You're not going to know what it's like to be black. Being black takes on a whole nother personification on its own. I mean, you can't get into certain doors unless you know somebody who not black, unless you know somebody who's white. You can't. It's just certain things you can't do. Certain things you can't get a hold of. I had perfect credit, man. I was trying to get a loan to open my first gym. I couldn't even get the loan, but my friend, because we went in there and I said, man, I think that guy, and shout out to my Irish buddy, man. Shout out to him, man. His credit real bad. He went in there, he got the same loan that I tried to apply for. Of course, he turned it down though. He turned it down, and we kind of said, look, man, why did he get the loan and I didn't get the loan, but I got perfect credit? Ain't that something? I mean, my friend had a credit score of like what 595. That's low, and he still got the loan. I went in there, my credit score was over 700, well over 700. Couldn't get the loan. Crazy. But people tell you, no, it's not racist. It's not racist. You're not. And if you're non-black, you just not gonna get it. Okay, you just won't get it. You won't get it. Okay, it ain't me trying to cause separation or whatever people like to say. But you're never going to understand, and that's just what it is. It ain't nothing against you. It ain't nothing against me. It's just you'll never understand what it's like to be black. You're just not gonna get it. Or you get out, you go in your car, and you have to be extra cautious now when you get pulled over. Okay, I mean, isn't it funny? I have to have all my information on the front of my dashboard. Okay, I have to have all my information on my dashboard. I have to have it out. I have to have every bit of that stuff out because I know if I have to reach for it, I could get shot. Okay, I have to explain where I'm going, even though I'm in my own damn neighborhood. And if I'm not in a neighborhood that I'm not supposed to be in, I have to explain that too. Do you work over here? Yeah, I work here. Okay. Well, what do you do? Why does that matter? I work here. Okay. I got stuff to do. You never understand. See, this is daily, this is weekly that black people, we get harassed. And then if we're not being harassed by the police, well, we're being harassed by the non black people that think that they can do it because they can. I'm so sick of it. And I hope that they get Donald Trump out of there early. I hope they need to go and get him up out of there now. Donald Trump need to go. Okay, he need to go. Guys, all the presidents we've had, Reagan never did this. Bush never did this. G.W. Bush never did all this. Okay, Bill Clinton, this never happened with Bill Clinton. I mean, come on, man. Obama, this didn't happen. Nah, only with this idiot Trump. Only with this idiot that you weaponized all the racist. You weaponized these people and sent them to Capitol Hill, the place that's supposed to be about democracy. That's supposed to be about, rights, laws, freedom. You weaponize these races and you send them there, and now people are dead. Yeah, okay. Tell me there's no racism. Okay, cool. Tell me that. Try to explain to me how, hey, coach, it ain't, no, man, you just imagine things, coach. Nah, man, you just, you put too much attention on that. You shouldn't worry about that. Okay? Shouldn't worry about that. Oh, my goodness, man. My goodness. You know, but this right here is probably going to be one of the worst days in America. Yeah, man, we got this COVID going on. We got a world, global pandemic going on. Okay, and of course, most of the people on Capitol Hill wasn't wearing masks. Okay, of course, they wouldn't do that because they believe that there's no virus. Okay, these people believe that there's no damn virus. They believe the virus is made up. They believe the virus is a hoax. Okay, just to try to, they believe it's some conspiracy theory. Okay, that the virus isn't real. But then they don't want to ask the people. They don't want to ask my next door neighbor who was in ICU. They didn't want to ask my best friend who had to go to ICU when he caught COVID. They didn't want to ask that. Nah, they ain't want to do any of that. You know what they want to do? They want a pass to be entitled. That's what a lot of these people want. They don't want to wear the mask. These Trump supporters, they just want that they're entitled. Okay? They're entitled. This is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. But, there's nothing that's going to be said about this, though. It's just, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, yeah, George, you say go online. See, I'm more old school, George. I'm more traditional. But see, I remember that in the future, though, George. If I have to go, if I have to get something, I remember that in the future. Yeah, George, mom died from COVID. I mean, see, that's the thing. But these people try to tell you that, COVID ain't real. No, it ain't real. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's a figment of your imagination. Oh, man, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. It's like somebody trying to tell you what you already know. Somebody already trying to tell you the inevitable. Yeah, sure. Right. COVID is real and these people are stupid. But that's the protesting, y'all. That's the protest that, see now that you remember when people were protesting George Floyd and you had a lot of conservatives saying that these aren't peaceful protests. No, the protests aren't very peaceful right now. No, that's not how you protest. Okay, well, show us how it's done. And now you got all these conservatives that's showing us how it's done. Okay, they're showing it. They're showing us how it's done. And guess what? They're doing a really horrible job. They're doing a horrible job. I mean, was that a peaceful protest, y'all? Look at it. I mean, y'all, look at the Capitol Hill building. They set it on fire. They tried to set it ablaze, y'all. This was not a peaceful protest. There was nothing peaceful about it. It was a coup. It was a coup. It was a get together of racists from all over to say that this look, we do what we want. We do what we want around here. Okay? You guys can't do it. We do whatever we want. We do what we want. Man, mm. I feel bad for the cop that lost his life because he was actually just doing his job. The one that was trying to protect, and he was actually trying to keep these thugs out of there, these terrorists. But that woman that got shot, no, I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for her. See, when you start messing with the Secret Service, man, and they're there and they got a gun pointed at you, it's probably good that you stop. Nope, nope, nope. They thought that Secret Service agent wasn't gonna pull that trigger. Oh, he pulled that trigger. He pulled that trigger, and she lost her life. He pulled the trigger. She was a threat. I couldn't be that cop. If I was the cop, if that was me, it'd have been a lot of bodies on the ground. Okay, it'd have been a lot of bodies on the ground. But I tell you something, Ernest. Yeah, probably was a Trump supporter, but he was actually trying to do his job. See, you have some people, man, that follow Donald Trump that they're not doing stuff like this. You got people following Trump that don't do stuff like this, and then you got people that follow him that'll follow this man, do whatever he say. The people who's at Capitol Hill doing this mess, doing this, what you see, these people are a threat to society and everywhere. These people are sick. These people are sick. They sick. And you have people coming up there talking about, man, I'm coming up here to show my kids what they got to do to fight. Well, okay, you showed your kids, but now you dead. Now you dead. Okay? The man got shot. That man got shot. That lady got shot, and a couple other. Wait a minute. Let's do a list. Let me start. Let's read on who all got shot. Okay. A U.S. Capitol police officer is the latest to be confirmed dead after a mob of President Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday. Okay? Stormed the Capitol on Wednesday, Ernest. My goodness, this is crazy. Four other people died during the stunning attack. At the heart of American democracy is a mob, as mob members vandalized the building. Oh, they vandalized the building, Ernest. Wow. And they say that we don't know how to peacefully protest, Ernest. I mean, seriously. That's what they say about us. Okay? Um, Let me see. Yeah, they vandalized the building and assaulted police officers. Wow. One woman was fatally shot by police, and three people died of apparent medical emergencies. Several D.C. Metropolitan police officers were also injured during the insurrection. Police Chief Robert Conti said one officer had significant facial injuries from being struck by a projectile, and another officer was hospitalized after being pepper sprayed. Here's what we know about the people who died. Okay, let's see. All right, one person, Officer Sicknick. Okay, uh, yeah, Officer Brian D. Sicknick passed away Thursday night due to injuries sustained while on duty. Okay, Officer Sicknick was injured while physically engaging with rioters and collapsed after returning to his division office. He was taken to a local hospital where he succumbed to his injuries, the Capitol Police statement said. Officer Sicknick joined. Well, okay, we don't need to know all that. We just want to know all the people that. Okay, his death is being investigated. Yeah, they better do that. Okay, let's talk about who else. Okay, Air Force veteran fatally shot by police. A woman was shot by a U.S. Capitol Police employee. Yep, that's what happened. That's what happened when you don't follow instructions. Um, employees as the mob tried to force a way toward the House chamber where members of Congress were sheltering. U.S. Capitol Police said in a statement the woman was given medical assistance immediately and taken to a hospital where she was pronounced dead. Authorities identified her as Ashley Babbitt, a 35-year-old from Huntington, Maryland. Babbitt's mother, Michelle Ward, told CNN on Thursday she was devastated to learn of her daughter's death. I loved and admire her greatly, Whithorse said. She served this country boldly and proudly. Yeah, she did. She did one more act, George and Ernest. She did one more act, and boy, she served and she got killed. Babbitt was an ardent Trump supporter who held strong political views, her mother said, and was passionate enough to die for what she believed in. No, it was stupid. Because you know what? She didn't have to die. She didn't have to die if you wouldn't have had your ass there. If you would have stopped when the guy told you to stop trying to get in there with those congressmen, you still be here right now. Stupid, just stupid. Okay. Babbitt, who was previously married but separated from her husband in 2019, frequently attended pro-Trump rallies. She flew to Washington, D.C. from San Diego, California with the intent to participate in a protest this week, her mother said. So she came all the way out there. Okay, she flew there, got an airplane ticket and everything, and then got murked. Justin Statham said, I would have laid him out like Rambo. Yeah, who you telling? Who you telling? I ain't gonna lie, if that's my job, if I'm a CI, if I'm a Secret Service, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm taking as many of them with me as I can. If this is what they gonna do. Shout out to Justin Statham in that super chat, man. Salute, LDWMMAC. I'm with you. I'm with you, Justin Statham. I'm with you. Nobody sitting here playing with y'all. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. Nah, you know you ain't supposed to be in there trying to, tear down the place and do what you got to do. Yeah, and Ashley Babbitt, she was a mom of three. She had three kids. She had three kids. Three. And, what you got to tell them kids now? What do you tell your kids? I mean, this is amazing, man. It's amazing. You fly over there and you just go just because you want to protest and I mean, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew exactly what the mission was. Okay. Let me see who else. Um, okay, now get this, y'all. Um, a review of Babbitt's social media accounts determined that Babbitt frequently voiced support for President Trump and other conservative figures on Facebook. She also shared content promoting political conspiracy theories. Oh, here we go right here. Here we go right here. She was right for the taking, Justin Statham and George. She was right for the taking. Because Donald Trump talked about these conspiracy theories. Donald Trump talked about how this was a hoax, how, the whole campaign, the whole election was a fraud. So people like Ashley Babbitt, guess what? She was right for the taking. She was right for the taking. She was going to believe that anyway. The U.S. Capitol Police employee who shot Babbitt has been placed on administrative leave, and their police powers have been suspended pending a joint Metro Police. For what? For what? Why? Why suspend them? For what? For what? I mean, had he just stood there and just said, okay, just come on in, well, I mean, the congressman would have got hurt. I mean, one of those politicians would have got hurt. So what was he supposed to do? She got shot. What's up, Genesis Green? What's up, baby? She got shot. That's just what it is. What up, Barbara Scene? What it do? It's not a tragic incident. It could have been avoided. If she wouldn't have had her ass in there trying to get into the damn wherever the politicians were, she wouldn't have got shot. I mean, look, they were using flagpoles to smash glass windows inside the Capitol. Okay, then this woman tried to make her way through the window. Okay, police done told her, stop where you at, stop trying to get in. When several people with guns came through the windows. Now these people had flags and guns and knives and all kind of stuff. Man, what you think the cop's supposed to do, man? He's supposed to sit there while he go down? I'm telling you, man. If it's me or one of these darn thugs, hey, it's gonna be them. I'm getting them out of there. You better believe, man. They gonna put me on administrative leave. They gonna suspend me with pay because I'm shooting somebody. I don't care what it is. I'm shooting somebody. Okay? Yeah, man. They gotta put chairs up against the tables and doors and no, man. You ain't supposed to have your ass there. That's the problem. Let's talk about the three other people who are dead. Okay? All right, one adult female and two adult males appear to have suffered from separate medical emergencies, which resulted in their deaths. Okay, okay, here's a guy. Okay, they were identified as Brian Phillips, 50, of Ringtown, Pennsylvania. Kevin Greason, 55, of Athens, Alabama. Oh, he came out. He came all the way from Alabama. And Roseanne Boylan, 34, of Kennesaw, Georgia. Three were on the grounds of the Capitol when they experienced their medical emergencies. Okay, Greason had a history of high blood pressure and suffered a heart attack. Oh man! In the imminent excitement, his family said a statement to CNN. He was an advocate of Trump and attended the event to show his support. What else were you doing? He was excited to be there to experience this event. The statement said he was not there to participate in the violence or riot, nor did he condone such actions. The family said they're devastated by the loss. Kevin, okay, well, let's talking about what he is and who he was. Let's go to the next person. Okay, going to the next person. All right, let's see. Okay, Boylan family's mourning her death. Brother-in-law, blah 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 blah. Okay, they don't know the specifics of her death. They don't know what happened to her. Okay, and somebody else got killed. I guess they can't identify it. Man, man. But hey, yep, Trump need to be in jail, Arpit. Absolutely, man. He need to be arrested, man. Trump calls these people deaths, man. He calls these people deaths. Now they were dumb enough to believe him. Okay, they were dumb enough to believe him. Yeah, but he orchestrated this. Trump got these people riled up. Oh crap! B2K tour? Hold on, man. Man, a song popped up. I'm looking at these articles and then some song popped up. Okay, all right, crazy man, crazy. I don't guys. Let me just tell y'all this, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all this. Right now, we're we're in a literal hell. Okay, we're in a literal hell, and demonic forces are taking over this country. Okay, demonic forces. Have y'all noticed that everything just getting worse and worse and worse? Things are getting worse. Things are getting bad. Okay, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all, guys. Demonic opposition is here. I might as well go ahead and just talk about it now. The devil. Okay, Donald Trump is the devil. Okay, Donald Trump straight up is. Hey man, he got these people, out of their mind. He got these people to roll for him. And guess what they did? They went up there, they rolled. They rolled hard. They ain't care about getting killed. Hey man, this man got people willing to die for him. And you don't think that this guy, honestly, if he gave the okay, that he can weaponize more racists. He can call it the Million Racist March. I guarantee you a million people will show up with guns blazing ready to go. See, Donald Trump got to go. And Donald Trump need to be arrested too, man. Like, there's nothing else you can have, man. Trump need to be arrested. Anything else, it pretty much, man, it makes no sense. Okay? Donald Trump need to get arrested. Arrest him. Arrest the dude. Okay? I mean, he should have been arrested anyway. He should have been arrested anyway. Okay? And, the thing of it is, if he not arrested, then we know what it is. Okay, a lot of races, y'all. A lot of races. And I tell you what, to all the races that went up there to Capitol Hill, man, I hope y'all happy. But I wonder if they're gonna do something else about it, though. I wonder if they're gonna do something about it, Reggie Owens. I wonder if they're gonna do something. See, because you know they're gonna come back. These people, they're coming back. They'll be back. This is not the end of this. Okay, and it's gonna be more of them. Now, is the American government gonna take action? Okay, is the American government gonna take action? Are they gonna shoot? Are they gonna shoot, or are they just gonna let these people do what they did again, but this time worse? They just showed the whole world that America, Capitol Hill, and the White House isn't an impenetrable fort. Guys, what do y'all think would have happened if Barack Obama was there? What do y'all think would have happened if Barack Obama was there? What do you guys think? Look, man, I ain't in here for arguing. I ain't trying to hear none of that, man. Look, look, Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump told these people to go, okay? And see, why every time, and let me go ahead and get you, let me get you right now, Fat Loss Media. Let's go ahead and deal with you, okay? Because I think you need, why every time when white folks do stuff, why do people like you always try to, tie black people into that? I'm not trying to hear that, man. We ain't had nothing to do with this, okay? You can bring up Black Lives Matter all you want to, man. You can bring them up all you want to. I don't care nothing about that. Look, we talking about now, okay? Look at what just happened to Capitol Hill. We talking about now, okay? We talking about now. And man, have you seen Black Lives Matter get 30,000 people and try to destroy 30,000? This ain't got nothing to do with Black Lives, none. This got something to do with the Trump racist conservative supporting him. Okay, I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't seen 30,000 black folks trying to do nothing. Okay, I mean we can go on and squash that, man. We can go on and kill that. Look at these Trump supporters. Look at what they did. See, you're not talking about what they did. You're not talking about what these people do. They went to Capitol Hill. They stole. They destroyed. These are supposed to be patriots. Nah, man. No. I want to know, what are you saying about them trying to set Capitol Hill on fire? How do you explain that? See, this ain't about black people. This is about what the conservative base did. This ain't about what black people did. Because when I looked at Capitol Hill, I didn't see too many black people trying to set it on fire. No. That crowd was 95% white people trying to set it on fire. You can try to explain all you want to. I ain't trying to hear it. You can explain all you want to. I ain't listening. Nah, you can send an email. You can drop your email and come on in. Because see, I ain't finna have ain't nobody talking over me. We ain't doing that. Okay? Not today. I'm in that mood to hang up on somebody. So got an email, drop it. Okay? Put your email in there. You can get on here and get this work. Nope. Sorry, man. Wasn't no black people up there. Nah, okay. Well, let's look at this picture. How about this? Let's look at this picture, sir. Let's look at this picture. Now, who do you... Oh, okay. That's my boy, Sick Jitsu Entertainment. Hold on. Let's put that picture back up there. Yeah, you civil. Okay. All right. Yeah, you come on in. Okay, all right. I set it up. Yeah, the last guy that came on Fat Loss Media, that Joker tried to talk over, man. I don't like that, man. Hold on. Let's look at this photograph. Does that look civil? There was a speckle of black folks there. A speckle. There was a speckle of black folks there. Come on, man. There was a speckle of black folks. It wasn't many. No, the people we saw doing all the stuff, those are white folks, sir. I hate to tell you that. You say what you want. Those are white folks. Okay, look at this. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph right here. Okay, who do you see in that photograph? What majority do you see in this photograph? I mean, just take a good look. Take a good look. Yeah, I'll let you call in. Yeah, phone lines are open right now. Okay, let's look at this photograph. Who do you see? Talk to me, sir. And you want to call in? You call in. Who do you see? Black folks ain't got nothing to do with this. Black folks ain't got nothing to do with this. Nobody. Nope. We sitting back and we watching. We sitting back and watching all this monstrosity go down. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Now watch me dismantle this show here. I'm gonna dismantle this. All right, let's go.
Hey man, how you doing?
Oh man, Fat Loss Media. What's up?
Hey man, I just want to start off by saying I have integrity. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to, you know, cause any scene or anything. So
Go
I just
for it.
want to put that in front, okay?
Go for it, sir. Gotcha.
Look, man, our government's going through some crazy stuff. It's on both sides. Um, Personally, I think that this whole thing was set up, man. This whole thing was orchestrated. It's all a scam. You can't listen to mainstream media anymore. You just can't.
Who set it
And
up?
you can't believe in our election integrity either, because they didn't even want to see the evidence. If it was all a perfect election, then declassify all the information and be transparent with it and show the people the information.
So why did over 30 of Trump's lawsuits they didn't even go through because nobody's buying it?
I'll have to agree with you there. I don't think they had enough. I don't think they had enough.
I mean, I'm just asking the question, man. Um, who do you think orchestrated this then?
It's hard to say, man. I mean, I have an uncle who's a Navy SEAL. He went there, and him and all his friends went there. And as soon as they saw all this violence, and as soon as they saw all this craziness, most of the people there that went there as real patriotic people, as real Army veterans, as real normal people, saw the craziness and left. But what does the mainstream media want to do? They want to put the camera straight up there to the very front of the door and show all the violence. But they won't show all the people who left for the curfew at 6 o'clock like they told them to. But they'll show all these crazies that went in there. And I also heard that there was a guy from Antifa who bragged on his social media, and he has pictures of himself in the White House. You can look it up.
Well, let's do this, man. First of all, black people, we don't have no power in this country anyway, so we ain't orchestrating none of this. Okay, we ain't orchestrating any of this stuff. Second, okay, the reason why they showed y'all the violence because there were more people at the front steps trying to get into Capitol Hill, trying to mess the place up and set it on fire instead of more people who were leaving. I tell you what, if you guys that left were so patriotic, then how come you guys didn't go up and try to help the police and those people defend Capitol Hill if that's what you thought? See, that's my question to the people that left. I mean, how you gonna explain that?
Have you ever been to a protest?
I've been to plenty of protests.
You know how crazy it gets. How
What
what can you as one person do when there's thousands of people? They can't even hear you.
if you're
People's adrenaline starts going.
it,
You do a fighting channel, you know about adrenaline.
right? If a lot of y'all left, and there was so many of y'all that left, then y'all should have been patriotic and do the right thing for the country and help the people that was trying to secure that Capitol Hill building. But y'all left. Y'all left the scene. Okay. See, the thing of it is, man, it's all about what does a person do versus what they say. Okay, like this photograph on the screen right here. You're not telling me that that's 30,000 patriots. Man, that's 30,000 thugs trying to get in there and destroy the Capitol Hill building. This is what I see. Okay, I don't see any peace right there. And of course they're not going to show the people walking away. Okay, because Capitol Hill is important. Okay, these people are trying to destroy, and they got in, they broke windows, they stole stuff. They're trying to destroy Capitol Hill, and you know what? They did a pretty nice bang up job on it. I mean, I don't know, man. How you explain that, man?
I agree, and I don't condone anything that happened there either. I think it's wrong. Violence is never gonna, it's never gonna work the way that they were trying to do it there that day. But hey, you know what? I think with all the technology we have nowadays, I heard from some stuff I was reading, some sources I was looking at, that Capitol Hill has like thousands of hidden cameras on the property. Like all those pillars have hidden cameras. It's going to come out that where all these people that were involved, they're going to get doxxed. People are going to find out who they are. And the other thing is, you look at this big picture, and if you look at the top left, and you look at the closer you get towards the door, I don't know if those are police, but it doesn't look like it. But look at all those people dressed in all black. You're never going to find out who those people are. You can't truly say that they're Trump supporters. You can't truly say you know anything about them because they're all dressed in black.
Okay, so who would come to a Trump rally? Do you think non-Trump supporters would be at a Trump rally?
I think that Washington, D.C. is the political epicenter of the United States. And there are people that live there, and there are people that do nothing but go to protest. They live for it.
Man, them
So
Trump
you have to
supporters.
expect,
Them Trump supporters. You see all them damn flags and you see all them people waving. Them Trump supporters, man. Look, you talking about the people in black, man. Look, that's a small percentage of the people that them savages that ran up in there and did all that stuff to that damn building, man. I'm telling you, man. These are Trump supporters, and Trump taking this on the helmet, man. This is all his fault. Okay, everything. Look, the way he handled this virus, his fault. This man is a walking disaster. Okay, this is the worst president we've ever had. There's no president to sit in the White House to ever incite a riot, man. There's never a president to do this, man. This man is making history. He need to be arrested. I didn't agree with G.W. Bush, man, but G.W. Bush wouldn't have done this. Ronald Reagan didn't do anything like this, man. Bill Clinton, while he was getting blowjobs in the Oval Office, he didn't do this. Obama didn't
yeah,
do
but
this.
G.W. Bush was another worse guy. That whole war was, you've seen all the stuff they declassified about that. There was no nuclear weapons of mass destruction. All of our American soldiers died for in Afghanistan for years, and it was unnecessary. We didn't even need to go in there. Um,
Whatever he thought it
uh,
was, he didn't incite a riot in the homeland. Okay, G.W.
I
Bush
agree.
didn't incite man. Look, this picture right here. I'm telling you, man, this is eye opening, man. I went and I really cleaned some of my guns because I'm starting to think, man. All Trump got to do is say, hey, let's go get the blacks, let's go get the Mexicans, man, for doing, and these people. You know what they would do? They start attacking random black Hispanics. They start attacking random people on the street, man. And I'm telling you, man, it'll be a civil war within the country, man. Trump he possessed the power to
Scary.
do that. This is scary. Well, I mean, hey, look, man, somebody come to me in my neighborhood and my family, hey, man, it's over. Okay, I'm taking them out. I'm taking them out. I'm not.
You got to, man. It's our amendment, right? I mean, you got to be able to defend yourself.
But
In
this,
other countries like Europe, they have no guns. They can't defend themselves. Only here in America can we do that.
this is
I mean,
scary,
there
man.
are other countries, but hey, but let me add one more thing to that.
Okay.
I'm not here as a Trump supporter. Um, I've always been into politics, but I've always been NPA, and I always try to look for both sides and what's real and what's not. And although, yeah, Trump's pretty crazy, but I can't sit here and say that I can totally agree with Biden either. They have all kinds of stuff on Biden. I don't want to bring Obama into this or anything. I think Obama was a great president. Those 8 years we had, it, my life was good. My family's life was good. Life was normal. Wish we could go back to those times. But this Biden guy's no good either, man. You could tell he's a crook. You could tell that our government's majorly flawed. And look at his son with all this Chinese deals. Look at all this fake energy stuff. Do you remember Solyndra from Obama? That energy company he made for what was it, $3 trillion or $300 million? All that money went bankrupt. He sold it for pennies on the dollar, while him and all his cabinet made tons of money. The same thing's happening with this guy. He's going to outsource everything to China. U.S. capital debt's going to go higher. It's no good, man.
The
Neither
debt,
side's good.
the debt in America has always been high. Look, man, Donald Trump, nah, man, this guy, pure evil, man. I can't even compare Obama to Donald Trump. I can't even compare Biden to Trump, man. And that's really saying a lot since I don't like Biden. We can't compare anybody to Donald Trump. This man he's probably the American modern day version of a Hitler, man. And I'm telling you, man, if this guy was allowed to do more than what he could do, he'd become a dictator. Okay, the signs are all there, man. The signs are all there for this guy. And you got people. All you need loyal followers, okay, to make you a dictator, okay? Because he was already trying to get a law amended where he can be the president for as long as he want to. Okay, he was trying to do that. Look, man, they got to get him out of here. And I'm tell you, if Trump don't get out of there, man, somebody gonna catch him slipping. Somebody gonna catch him slipping. Somebody gonna catch him slipping, and they gonna get him out of there. Trump gonna be removed. Okay, whether he want to leave or not, Donald J. Trump is gonna be removed from office. They gonna get him out of there. Okay, whether they have to do it by force or whether they have to, hey, he gonna come out of there walking alive, or they gonna pull him out of there not alive. They're gonna do one or two things with Donald J. Trump, man, because this right here, man, nobody's gonna sit by and watch this. Okay, ain't nobody gonna sit and watch this, man. When I saw this, I said, nope. Let me go ahead, man. Let me get my crossbow ready. I got a crossbow. I got a 45. I got a 38. I got a double barrel shotgun. Okay, and I also got a semi-automatic Uzi. Okay, I've got those weapons, and
Damn.
and I'm ready. I'm ready. Anybody crossing these thresholds, okay, I'm ready for war. And it's just what it is, man. I'm gonna take some of them out with my crossbow first. Hit them from long range. And then when they get up
Get him.
close, get them with the 38. And then when I got to take a defensive posture for my long range weapons, my 45 and my Uzi, man. My 45 is more of a long range gun, man, handgun. And you guess what, man? It's got a laser pointer on there and everything, man. I'm ready to go.
Hell yeah, man.
But
Hey, you want to know one more interesting fact is I just learned this yesterday. The reason that they were able to really, really tie Trump to this is, did you know that they had to purchase a permit for this protest? There was an actual permit that was paid for, and there was an organization with the Republicans where they were supposed to pay for it, but it was so expensive. Trump did the honors of paying for it, and that's why they're able to tie him to this. If he wouldn't have paid for the thing I just said, what did I say? The permit. If he wouldn't have paid for the permit, they wouldn't have had all these allegations against as many allegations against him,
I mean,
which I think is interesting.
him coming out on national TV saying, we need to be strong, we can't be weak. I think I think that right there, man, that incited the riot when he said it, and then also his tweets didn't help. That's why they had to stop him from tweeting. Like Twitter legit stopped this man from tweeting. He
Yeah,
can't
but
tweet.
dude, you gotta think about our rights, though, dude. We should be allowed. I hate to say it, but our whole country, we've always fought tyrants, dude. Our country was built. What was the first tyrant we fought? Europe, getting away from the European because they were taxing us too much, and the British. And now people call America the police state, right? The police country. We police all kinds of different governments and countries in the world. We're like the police, the world police. And that's what we do. I hate to say it, but a lot of these politicians are warmongers. It's not right either, but I don't really know where I was going with that, but
Okay. Oh, okay. So my man Reggie Owens says, caller. He says, remember Enron during Bush. Okay. Your response to that?
Enron during Bush, exactly. Total. That was another scandal. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many scandals in the government, man. What are we going to do? The people of America are fed up with it. All these politicians sit there and make all this big money lobbying with all these different countries, while me and you sit here scratching for a penny, and it's wrong. It's not right. And why all these people get to, I don't know the answer. I don't know the solution, but I don't know, man.
This boy need to be in jail, man. Trump need to go to
Hey,
jail.
this was one of the things I wanted to say too. Here's my response to that. If they were to, let's say they went to arrest Trump, they'd have to arrest Pelosi. She incited violence. They'd have to arrest that lady from I don't know, one of those. I think it was Chicago. She sat there and told people to attack white people and to attack people at restaurants and businesses. You know what? I think you're right. Let's arrest Donald Trump, and let's arrest Hillary Clinton, and let's arrest every other single politician that did the same thing or anything close to it. Let's do it.
Trump got to get arrested here quickly. We talking about like what's the threat now? These people, they ain't threats anymore. They done. You know, we got to get Trump out of here. Reggie said you are delusional as hell. Yeah, man, we got to get Trump out. Damn all that. We need Trump gone for this thing become more bloodshed. Because see, these people, they're gonna go from attacking Capitol Hill, and they're gonna start trying to take. I'm telling you, what's gonna happen with this? They're gonna try to start a United States takeover, where they go and they attack everybody, and they do it in the name of Trump, because Trump wants to become a dictator. Telling you, I've seen this. I've seen this kind of thing happen in other countries, man, where they try to get the person out of power, and the only way to get the person out of power is you got to kill them, or they got to die. Okay. That look, man. Trump is a dangerous. This guy's dangerous to everybody in his country. Hell, he's dangerous to his own damn self. Okay, he's dangerous to his
Yeah.
own damn self. Okay, Reggie says you're delusional. He says, but he's loving his political talk. Shout out to Reggie Owens in the super chat. Reggie Owens Boxing Talk. And you guys make sure though that y'all go subscribe, because he does. Actually, Reggie is the master of this political talk. I don't really get into it that much, and I'm not really in depth as he is. Reggie, let me know if you want to link, man. Let me know if you want to link, man. You and GP, y'all want to come in. Y'all can kind of have some discussion, man, because he's on the phone. Fat Loss Media is on the phone, but y'all can come in, man. It's political talk. I don't really get into it. I just kind of watch, most of the time. Or actually, I listen to your damn channel, Reggie. I listen to you. I listen to Santee Walden. I listen to the one LBZ at certain times. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Hey, well, all I can say is stay informed to the people out there. Stay vigilant. Search for the truth. I don't want to be cliche, but what do they call it? Staying woke or whatever you want to call it. But, do some research. Don't just listen to what CNN tells you. Don't just listen to what Fox News tells you. Don't listen to any of those guys. Go on the internet. We have the power of the internet now. It is 2021. All the information's out there. Go and search for it and make a choice for yourself. And don't buy into these Democrats. Don't buy into these Republicans. In my lifetime, I'd really like to wish and see that a new party comes out. Someone who's level-minded, someone who's young, not all these deep state cronies like Kamala Harris and Michael Pence. Those people are only picked because they're connected to the deep state. They're,
No, I believe that.
I don't want to digress into too much of that, but
Nah.
Something's fishy with that, man. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I can't really rock with Kamala Harris, man, because she had a
She's
habit of.
she's a police officer. How funny is it that the Democrats they want to do away with defunding the police, but they voted in a police officer, and they voted in Biden. Didn't he make that 3-strike law? Which I'm sorry to say it. Yes, I'm white. Yes, I'm half white and half Hispanic. I don't, whatever. but listen, a lot of Hispanics and a lot of black people got locked up and are going to be in jail for life because of that law.
Yeah.
And our incarceration rate is bigger than any other country. I do agree. They do need to reform the police. Do they need to do away with all police? Absolutely not. But I think that you should almost have to go to like make it like a college. You know how crazy it is being a police officer, the stuff you go through every day.
Yep.
You should have to go through at least a 3 or 4 year thing, and that's enough for me. Go through a couple years of schooling, go through psychology, go through all those things. I mean, I could go and be a police officer. Any of us could. I mean, you can move to a new state, change your name, one letter. They're not going to research you. As long as you got a clean record, you're in there like swimwear.
Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. Yeah, man. I can't stand Kamala Harris, her or Biden. You know, they put a lot of black people in jail, and people still doing time right now. The only thing I can say about Trump, there's only one good thing that I can say about him. Two things: he pardoned Jack Johnson, and then he said a lot of black people, got him out of jail, gave him pardons. So I can. That's probably the only thing that I can say, man. But this right here, man, this Capitol Hill stunt. Nah, man, this man a dangerous. He a danger to himself. Hell, he a danger to his mama, his daddy, his daughter. Man, he a danger to everybody that just breathe. He a danger to the roaches. The man is a
Yeah,
danger.
man, it's crazy. Hey, but you know what? Capitol Hill, all that state stuff. That's all taxpayers. That's our Capitol building. That's not the politicians' building. That's our building. I almost think that if we want to go in there and do whatever we have to do, isn't that our right? Isn't that what the Constitution says? I don't know. Maybe someone can help me out in the chat. Maybe I'm wrong, but from my understanding, we the people, it's in our Constitution. If we feel as if our government is a threat, if we feel that it's been taken over by a false flag or a false cause, then we should have the power to go in there and do what we got to do. And that's what this should have been, but it wasn't. There's something fishy about this whole thing. I think Trump might be in on it. I think a lot of people might be in on it. But I have to agree with you there, man. It's a mess. This whole country right now is a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess, man. Telling you, man, we're at the end times, man. I could get into the spiritual talk, man, of what the demonic force is going on, but I kind of don't tend to get into too much of that on YouTube, man. Cause people ain't trying to hear that. But man, look, man, we being attacked by the devil himself, and I'm telling you, it's real, man. It's real. Telling you, this virus, now this, we finna have a civil war within this country. I'm telling you, we're
I
about.
really hope not, man. I really hope not. It would be really sad. A lot of people would be a lot of blood for nothing. The government wants us to be divided. See, they want us to be racist towards each other. They want our family members to not talk to each other because you're a Democrat and I'm a Republican and I don't believe in abortion, but you do. Da 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 da. They want all that. They want this. Like you said, demonic forces. There's something that's wrong with all this, and you know, I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, like the whole
I certainly pray.
even with the stimulus. Now I'm not okay. Fine. I'm not really like ooh a stimulus coming. I'm not really like ooh okay waiting on my stuff. I don't really care because I work and I got my own funds. But this dude he took a vacation, man. Okay, it's people, lots of Americans waiting on a stimulus, and this man went off and played golf for the weekend, man. And and they just said, well, Trump just need to sign off on the stimulus packages, and he did that out of spite, man. He did it out of spite, like he did it out of like spite, like man, why, why?
I know. And
What's the reason?
my grandma sat there with no food on what's it called, welfare and whatnot, because she just got through cancer. Can't work because she's 78, lives by herself. She has nothing but cans of beans and rice in her freaking cupboard. And here's this guy playing golf, and all of our family members who ain't really got it that well are suffering, as well as every other person who's homeless and stuff like that. It's a shame, man.
Yeah, man, it is a shame. Let me see, man. We got some guys. Oh, wait a minute. All right, Reg. They coming in, man. Yes, we can all shit. We can have a nice little discussion, man. It's gonna be cool on politics. I don't know. I guess I don't get into it because I'm not really. I tend to just watch a lot of this stuff, man. But I'm like, man, come on. They burning Capitol Hill down to the ground. What the hell these people doing? Okay, what's up, George? Damn, George, you got like stars around your picture. What the hell? Stars in the moonlight.
Hey, what's up, Coach?
Hey, George, can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Something
Yeah.
I posted a long time
Okay, cool.
ago is in my.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm like this. People don't keep getting. This is the same system of voting that's been used for almost over 200 years.
Yeah.
It's the and and the reason why he won the first time because they didn't like Hillary Clinton. That's how come he won. And then they realized, that he was, excuse my language, a fucker from the beginning.
Oh, damn. So you
Yeah, hmm,
so you think Trump is a okay? So you said Trump's a fuck up. Okay.
because you got to think about it. Man bankrupt about 6, 7 times.
Hmm.
How can no? You can't make money from casinos. You can't even have a casino in the hotel in Vegas, and he can't even have a gambling license for his hotels. He has several businesses that failed. Then right now, the state of New York is waiting for his ass because he has dozens of lawsuits, plus the lawsuits against for discrimination that him and his father, Fred, had against because they even allowed black people to own properties or places in their on in their buildings. And then you got to remember, what it's just he's a whining baby. He's a natural born loser. And I mean, and the only reason why he got to be the person that paid for most of his presidency was his wife,
His
and their
wife.
marriage was convenience. She married him because the fact was she wants to stay in the United States. You see, remember you talk about immigration, but then he gave his in-laws, citizenship.
Wow. Okay. Man, hey, my homie Reggie Owens here in the building. Reggie, what's up, man? Talk to us, man.
Yeah, Reggie.
Got my man.
What's up? What's up, man? I want to get into the caller that was on here and ask, kind of get a picture and idea of where he's from, and also speaking about he seems to want to shift blame in this situation away from Trump. From the history of this country, there's always been smooth transitions from those who lose the office, and this whole insurrection that he went about, this real treasonous act, it had nothing to do with people within the rally. This was incited by this guy. This guy has control to where he can set up the parameters of bringing law enforcement into this known scheduled rally that he had put on. And he was going to do a bunch of this dog whistling, fueling the flames, and the timing in which he chose to go about doing this, and knowing the type of control he has over those people. And it was a poorly planned decision to even think they can go in there to overthrow the government. That is one of the most foolish things that this dude has ever done. And he sends these people in here who are blinded, idiotic, and retarded as hell to go in there and do something and
Hmm.
accomplish nothing but jail sentences, in which Donald Trump is going to have zero power to pardon any of these dudes. So you have went in there kamikaze style to ruin your lives for a crybaby. But what's your
And
thoughts on that?
Hey, so can you hear
Was
him?
was was that for me or? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, for you.
So so I agree, man. I again, I think Americans are mad, man. Americans are fed up with our government as it's corrupt in so many different ways. People really think, and people need people to look up to, man. And some of these old guys that are veterans, some of these old, some of these people, I think that I think they think that this was truly their calling, and it's sad. And I think in a lot of sense, you're absolutely right. It was idiotic. It was stupid. People are going to get hurt over it. And yeah, Trump may have totally been in on this himself. Um, but could you repeat some of it again? Because I I can hear it, but I couldn't quite hear everything that well, so I apologize.
Hey, Reggie.
everything that well, so I called.
Okay. Yeah, because he's kind of low. I can barely hear him. No, I was saying about the whole ideal behind it. Behind these guys going in here invading the congressional halls. What was Donald Trump's ideal behind it? This dude is lost of what his duty is as a president. He has zero understanding of what the position. But also, you speaking about how people are fed up with the government. How are white people so fed up with the government? But in the same breath, white people will show an issue, and I wish you was on here so I could have known your history about what your feelings when Black Lives Matter protests were going all over the country. And I'm pretty sure I can guess with 100% certainty you were about as critical as we see most people in this country with conservative mindsets.
And also, you got to remember there was at least several other protests. There was a protest. There was the Second Million Man March that came through. There have been several protests since he's been president, but none of those protesters ever got violent. They never, and then let's not forget the time he walked to that church to hold a Bible. They threw gas bombs and pellet rifles at people protesting.
Oh, so Trump held a Bible? Damn.
Yeah, don't you look? Check my video. He walked across from, he probably didn't walk too much. His lazy ass. He probably drew the rest of the way, and he went to a church right there from the White House. He held a Bible, and what they had riot police out there, and they shot at people protested, peacefully protesting. And this was right about maybe a few weeks after the George Floyd murder, and a little bit after Breonna Taylor's.
Yeah, it was a few days after he hid in that bunker is what it was, and it was done to revive his damaged tough guy image.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so Fat Mouse, are you a conservative?
I try to think of myself as more of a what's called, a lot of people say the term libertarian. I don't believe in big government. I don't want anything from the government. I don't want to be touched by the government. I don't want to hear from the government. I want to pay my taxes, live my little life, and be good. If something happens and it's a thing, and I need a police officer's help, or I get pulled over, as if I should have been because I was speeding or something, so be it. But I don't believe that our country has the capacity with our population to be giving people all this free stuff. I don't believe in socialism. I don't believe in socialized Medicare. I do believe in federal aid. I think poor people need help. We all do at times. But to answer your question, I consider myself more of a libertarian.
Okay. All right. So he says he's a libertarian. Okay. So let me ask all y'all. So going forward. So what do y'all think? Okay, what do you think should happen to Trump? But what do y'all think will actually happen to Trump after all this?
They're supposed to have use the 25th Amendment, where they're supposed to have annex him out of the office. But what's going to happen is going to let him sit there for the next week or so, and let him watch Biden get swearing in. That's it. And then they're supposed to be cleaning up the White House as soon as his ass is out, because they already got planned. They have to clean that place up and down. Mess he left. Especially after coronavirus. To me, I think he was a walking carrier. How many people got that were around him and got the virus? He was a walking carrier.
Me, I think they're pressing forward with the impeachment of this guy, remove him from the files of benefits that a president is to receive, and I think it's time for them to start taking serious actions when it comes to this guy, and especially out of that Republican Party. They have to do a lot to revive themselves, their image, and some of these senators on that Republican side need to have a little bit of backbone, because they should have took the right steps in the first time they had to deal with this dude. So they have created a situation into where it's kind of put this country at such a boiling point. It's like a powder keg right now, based on the level of power they have let this delusional dude go about running and thinking that he is a dictator. There's no way any kind of overthrow of this government will ever occur. It's set up too complex. And for anybody thinking to fall, they're foolish as hell. it's set up is way too complex to set it up and have it fall. You got a split in the way in which our military runs, the way in which it functions. Everything is separate from one another. And this fool isn't popular enough to go about having the country secede from one from a union, none of that. But I think he's going to be punished. Seeing these delusional fools inside of senator's office, taking things, probably looking through files. That's a very serious act. And also being that these platforms have taken away his access to their platforms, and then to hear this caller on here crying about it. Did you cry when they took away Malcolm X's access to these platforms? They've taken away. I lost access to these platforms. Nobody talked about freedom of speech then, but now that your Hitler has lost his abilities to run amok, you guys cry about it because he makes a lot of you guys feel comfortable, stewing in that little racial muck that you guys like to kick up. And also, that's my answer on that. But Coach, can you ask him what is his thoughts on racism within this country as well? I want to hear what he thinks about that.
Okay. Wait a minute, Edge, for that, I want to say, hold on. He's not Hitler. He's Mussolini. That's all he really is. Mussolini wanted to be like Hitler. Hitler wasn't even that smart himself.
Mussolini.
Right. I got you. Yeah.
I remember Mussolini. Hey, Fat Loss. Did you hear the question? Hold on. Oh, my man's still on the line. Okay, yeah, he's still here. Oh, nope. He left. All right. Yeah.
So that's that.
Nah, I ain't want to feel like you're getting gained up on because he just had a view about it. But yeah, man.
He had a view about it, but the fact is, this is just stuff that's been going around since.
Yeah, I don't think black people. I don't think this got nothing to do with us this time. I think we can just sit back and say, "Ooh, look at what's going on up there at Capitol Hill, man." Kept my ass at home.
But coach, when you look at the reality of everything they're standing up about, it has everything to do with us. Everything within this country in which you hear these people cry and they overthrow what government ain't doing has everything to do with us. It centers upon us. Them feeling, oh, we don't like government, this and that, blah, 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 because this government owes a debt for its ills of what it's done to us. And anytime they see progression with us, it becomes an issue. Anytime they see us take a stance about the ills of this government, they have an issue. But here they want to draw out to the streets, rally and cry over food losing a fair election, and also thinking about Trump wanting to stack the Supreme Court, thinking he can put court appointments in there and they'll do his dirty work, and them same judges stood by the rules of the law and went against this fool. So a lot of these white folks in this country, that's why I like having them come on these type of discussions just to get an aspect of the type of thinking that comes from other segments of this country. Once again, America's not a white country, and that's what they need to realize.
And then they forget, a lot of people forget that a majority of these new policies that he put in affect them. They are, like, you got to think about it. Like my man Chris Rock said, black people were only like 13-14% of the country, while and white people make the majority of 6%, and that 40% are poor people living in trailers, eating mayonnaise sandwiches and drinking sugar water. And those are the ones who went up there to Washington, D.C. Because the white people do have money and standard. They ain't going to waste their time with him. They know he's a chump. They know it. And the fact is, you got to remember, D.C. was built by black people. That Capitol building was built by our ancestors. The White House was built by our ancestors. That D.C. is really black people's city. As you know, the mayor is black. There have been many years, most of the mayors have been black in D.C. And black people make up the good majority of that city. So, and these white people coming out here or coming into our backyard, they're mad because the fact was that their man, he burned himself. Like, it was those absentee voting that, like, people like my mom. One time we would try to do something like that for my mom because she couldn't go to the polls, so we did absentee voting, and that's something that the military have used. Elderly people who can't get out and vote has been used for years, and you tell people don't use absentee voting, and that's how Biden won. Because people who've been using that same system for years, he got beat by the system. He can't accept that because he's a natural born loser.
100% fact. 100% fact. And the delusion around this dude, and the delusion around the people in this country, and it really shows with when white society takes a step back and look at themselves. When you think of slaves in this country, a lot of white folks go through the same level of slavery. They may have it fed to them in a different way, but white folks must conform into the way in which they function, in which they move, and who they do their dirty work for. They don't have the ability to think freely on their own. They don't challenge anything. They don't challenge anything in their household. Grandpa, uncle, and all them control every aspects of these fools' lives, and they run around here doing some of the most idiotic ish you ever seen in the history of mankind, and it has afforded them nothing. They're
Hmm.
nothing more than the dirty working, greased, mud-handed slaves of they. I guess I don't even like calling them fools elite, but the upper class of their racial structure. But they're the biggest fools in this country. But they are also some of the biggest slaves in America. Is,
Hmm.
is lower tier, lower mindset whites.
And that's always been like that ever since. Like I said, my family was sharecroppers, and before then, white people were sharecroppers. And the reason why there was always that idea where they put the white people against the black people, saying, "Well, you may be poor, but you're better than it's better than being white and poor than black and poor." And they always use people like that to do their dirty work because the fact that they don't have enough common sense to realize that you're not one of them. You'll never be one of them. And they're gonna treat you as you it's just as bad as they treat us. But they use you because you're the same complexion as them. And they can't, and then, like I said, whenever something they always gonna say, well, yeah, affirmative action, yeah, blacks and women want the same rights. Yes, they should. Women have taken care of house and home. And as you remember, Malcolm X says, what's the most mistreated woman in the world? Black woman, because the fact is, and they just can't accept the fact that society's changing. Now, Joe Biden may, like I said, Joe Biden not the perfect president, but he understands that, and that's why he picked Kamala Harris because he knows that even though she's not perfect either, she sees that too. And if they go ahead and try to stack the chips up for women and blacks and other minorities, white people can't take that. They can't handle it.
Man, yeah, man. I'm always looking at this. I'm saying to myself, man, you know what? Oof, man. This ain't us. This ain't us.
Yo, hello. I
Yeah,
think I got in. Am I in? Sorry.
yeah, man. It's probably your first time on a stream on a stream yard. But yeah, what I was saying, fellas, hold on. Yeah, man. This not us. Okay, we can't even interject into this. Look, man. I'm thinking. I wonder what Capitol Hill gonna do to solve their problem. You know, that's their problem. Ain't mine. Just don't come over here attacking me. You know, that's
All
my.
we can do is pray. That's all you can do. You and I and all of us, we're just regular people. What can we really do?
No, I mean, white. That's the common thing for white folks to say when things don't go as planned. I mean, white folks sit on the sideline, cheerlead, and you love the way things run as they are. And I had a question. What are your thoughts? Is racism an issue inside this country?
Mm,
Oh, I think racism's always been prevalent throughout our history. I mean, we're a diverse cultural melting pot of all different types of cultures. I mean, people are, I'm almost ready to say racism is almost natural. I mean, in other countries, it's very natural in terms of like, if you're in a heavily Muslim country and, outsiders come in, then you're going to be looked at weirdly, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Where people like this, people can do something, make changes. You know, this is like I like to quote movies, and one of my favorite movies was Soul Food, and the part where Mama Joe said, we come together like a fist. You can make a mighty blow. And this is one reason why they killed Martin Luther King because of the fact that he was going to try to bring together the blacks. You had Cesar Chavez, try to bring him in. You had the feminist rights. You had Jews. If you bring all these groups together, they've been a mighty blow, and that's why they kill them. Now that you got to think feminists are separate like this. You got You have the Latino separate like that. You have the other minority groups separate like that. If we came together, it can be a force to be reckoned with. People can become a force. You got to remember, this country was created because the fact was people came together. They got tired because they didn't want to feel like paying taxes to British, and they changed and became a new country. You just can't keep saying like,
Yes,
"Well, what
yes.
can we do?" You can do something. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy, and it's not gonna be handed to you. But things can be done if people just realize something. You know what? We gotta be better than them. We gotta be smarter than them.
I don't think that's going. I don't think it's gonna happen to the point. I don't think anybody's gonna form a faction with black people. I can't see that.
As,
Um,
as
Well,
I
we
said,
can't because the mainstream media wants us divided. At every turn, they're always playing the race card on every single thing,
I mean,
Kev, oh,
and it's on both sides. I mean, I'm not,
Kev, majority of the issues in this country stem from white society. The big issue and the gist of the issue is the institution of racism against the black side of American society. And a lot of people like to redress and hide away from that fact.
Hmm.
You guys don't go through that. You don't. Even the poor whites tend to not go through that. You may be judged and looked down upon, but you don't go through that same level of racial discrimination. You're not fighting for that. When blacks are fighting for these type of rights, people like you tend to not want to see that. And you have issues when they take to the streets to protest for these things and to fight for these rights. And there seems to be an issue out of white society for that. The biggest way of resolving these issues is for whites to address these issues amongst those who come with a level of ignorance, just like it is for us to address our internal issues. But white society has been the biggest issue within America's destruction. Not so much we'd like to deflect and put it on government and media. White folks play into it. You're seeing it.
yeah, yeah. You know, I can't say that I know exactly how you guys feel and everything, but um, at the same time, in the same respect, if I were to commit the same crime, the government would burn my boots just as much as they would you in today's
um
society.
wait right there. I'm
mm,
yeah,
If I
no.
were to go out and kill someone at a grocery store, I wouldn't get off that. I'd be sent to prison,
Uh,
just like anybody
let,
would.
let me tell you something. I'm from North Carolina, and my coach is from South Carolina. And there was an incident that happened about a few years ago about a young man by the name of Dylan Ruth. He went into a church. He shot and killed 9 people, and you were praying. He was able to. They stopped by and got him a cheeseburger before he went to jail. There's been several cases. There was one not long ago. A white male raped a woman. There was witnesses. He was caught. He only got 6 months in jail. Where a young man by the name of Emmett Till was accused of whistling at a woman, and he was beaten, murdered, and hanged. No, you're not going to get the same justice system. You might get some parts of it, but there's a good chance you'll get leniency because they will look at you differently from look at us. The system has always been rigged against black people.
yeah. I mean, I even tell you, man. I almost had. I know when I was a kid, man. I had a prosecutor, man. He was trying to, like I was 17, man. I made a mistake. He was trying to put me away for what, like 15 years. And I'm like, what? Well, okay, let me not incriminate myself online. But, for just for that, where, dudes, they ain't doing half that time, man. They doing maybe 2 3 years, and then they getting out and, they can get a lot of that stuff as a teenager expunged from your record.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were talking about putting me in jail, and I'm talking about like just what for an ounce of marijuana. I mean, just come on, man, crazy,
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to they were trying to go hard, man. And I'm like, man, can y'all believe this? And then the dude that was hanging with me, a white dude, hey man, they were talking about giving him 2 years probation, man. And probably like a year after like what like behavior or whatever if he can follow his probation. I said, what the hell is this? So but I had a good attorney, man, and And the whole thing got thrown out, man, because I was searched, man, and I was searched and they ain't have a problem because of search me. They ain't have nothing. They couldn't. They searched me illegally, so the whole thing was thrown out anyway. But man, what they were trying to do, man, I'm like, then as a 17-year-old, I started to see like, look, man, yeah, they look at me different. Like they looking at, like they looking at a lot of these white guys as their sons. They see their sons in them, or they see they see their nephews, and well, I can't, hey, they need a second chance. I can't ruin their life, you know. But she mine, man, they were ready to throw the book at me, put me under the jail cell, and kick my ass in there.
Hmm.
And
And
yeah, I don't disagree. I'm not saying that I disagree with what you guys are saying. I just I can't I can't exactly relate to it either. I can't say that I can relate to that, obviously. So I mean, you know, but I just don't understand it either, man. I don't know why. I don't know either, man. Like,
that there's the rub, because no offense to you, I know you try to, you have your opinion idea, but you don't really ever understand. You never understand when you walk down the street and you get followed by the police and getting questioned. You understand when you go shopping someplace, or you never understand why, if you have more education than one guy who's a different shade from you, they won't give you a job. I understand you have your where you feeling your thoughts. Of course, you agree, but still, you can never understand if you ever walk in a man's in a mile of a man's shoes, and especially this time of age where black people, we have gotten a little better than we did before. I think the best time for us, or maybe some say after slavery, when they were reconstruction the government. But then what happened was when Lincoln died, and then white Republicans wanted to get the white Democrats back into the fold. They sacrificed us. We were the sacrificial, we were the lamb that they sacrificed so they can appease those white people in the South.
And that's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
well, I will add that I'm from the East Coast, man. I mean, I grew up with everybody in my
No
in
different, bro.
I grew up. I had every kind of friend you could think of, man, growing up. So you know, I don't know, but
And where are you from, by the way, Kevin?
I'm from South Florida.
What's the name of the city in South Florida?
Oh, come on, man. Really?
Uh
Come on. What's the city? Because
I'm
Florida's full of
originally
that shit. That's the
I'm ori-
South. You said East.
I'm originally from Miami.
Uh,
You don't talk like it. And I think you're trying to hide it. You come from where you've seen a lot of that. There's a lot of white guilt when you hear the reality of things and you talk about committing crimes and doing the same thing as if someone else had it. Like Coach was saying, they view you guys as their kids, nephews, grandchildren, and you get a little bit of a easier path through the system. And you may even get second chances through the systems, paroles through the system where a black guy doesn't get it. If we're such a small portion of the population, why isn't prisons filled with whites? And whites commit high level of real heinous crimes. But you know what the reason is? Before you go to court and you sit in front of a judge, there's people who have to enforce the law, and those are cops. And when cops aren't enforcing the laws in a standardized, level played way, you tend to not see prisons and jails filled with whites because the rules are different. And we seen yesterday talking about this rally, there's two different conducts that was handled there, being a rally surrounding black injustice, the force that was put upon them. Now you had a violent rally that took place, and there was an easing of the type of they didn't even receive no abuse. The cops were forced to shoot folks, but the way in which they were treated a little bit kind out there. But you see the way in which America, you're seeing full front and center the way in which America is different for folks, and a lot of people who live under the system that benefits them, they act blind to it. They may acknowledge it in a soft way, but then they come back and say, "But it'll happen to me if I did that." So it just shows that you're hiding from something, just like you want to hide about where you're from. Listening to your accent, you ain't from Miami.
Because like I
Bro,
said,
no, you're wrong, man. I'm not hiding nothing, dude. And I'm from Miami. I don't live there anymore. I live in South Florida, and we're on the internet, man. You know, come on, man.
you got to understand his standpoint
Man,
I
right there.
understand what you're saying. I understand.
But you have to really
he
listen to
said he
what
not.
he's saying to you. The fact is,
He
where you're from, Miami, even though Miami has become a majority of Cuban, and many Cubans are they're anti against socialism because they believe what Castro or get Castro. Castro started out in good intentions, like any other leader, but like any other person, when you get absolute power corrupts anybody. Castro's no different from Donald Trump or Ayatollah or even Omar Gaddafi. Those men started out in good intentions, and when people start out with good intentions, they get twisted. But the truth is, Donald Trump didn't have no good intentions from the get go. He came in because his fact is that he was mad because years ago, a black man by the name of a black African, no, sorry, correct myself, an African American man by the name of Barack Obama turned him down. He approached to Obama. He graced himself onto Obama saying, well, let me do this for you. Let me do that for you. And Obama said, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Then he talked about where he wasn't born in this country, but he was born in Hawaii. Just because his father from Africa doesn't mean that he was an American citizen. He was born, his mother was an American citizen. Then he took and got rid of policies and plans that worked. He got mad about the fact was that the Obamacare, which he never called it Obamacare. It was called the Affordable Care Act. But the people call it Obamacare because people who had pre-existing conditions, who were sick, needed help. And he created a plan because he saw his mother suffer. And that's why what makes a great leader is somebody who's been through suffering, people who've been through hardships. When you never have to worry about where the next bill can come to pay your bills or for your family, when you've been fed by a silver spoon, you never know how it's hard for the next man. Then also he was given a plan, almost given a plan by the CDC to stop people like infectious diseases. When it happened, when he had H1N1, the swine flu, he stopped that one. He stopped Zika. He stopped Ebola. The same plan that was given to Donald Trump, he took it and threw it away and said because we don't need that organization. But like it's no different from when you have firefighters. The firefighters, fire department to protect whenever fire happens. And then he's just not going to ever understand how government works. You can't run a country like a business. His job. He's a general manager, and if you're not a good general manager, you can be fired.
mm, okay. I mean, yeah, man, you could be, man. Shoot, yeah, you
He
can get
should have been
fired.
fired. He should have had impeached his ass.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm going back, man. I think Trump got to go, man. They got to do something.
He does.
And then we need to hold Biden. See, and I don't know how you even hold somebody like Biden accountable because it's like you get one demon out and then another demon move back in there, and it's like at least I say at least with Trump, man, at least he told you exactly what it was, and he put it out in
But
front of you.
credit,
He
yeah.
put it in front street for you. Biden, he
Mhm.
don't necessarily do that too much. He act like he's for everybody, but then he got his agenda, and that's what he gonna do. Biden got his agenda.
But the truth is that
He ain't for. I don't think he for us anyway. I don't think he is.
you
Nah.
No, I think, Coach. Let me say this: what I think, what people have put with Biden, and a lot of people put this into the new age of politics, but nobody brought this up 4 years ago
Mm,
or the last 12 years ago when he was vice president. None of this crime bill stuff come up.
mhm.
A lot of things come up into the forefront as people who do political shaming. That crime bill wasn't written in my and from what I remember, I'm from South Central. So in South Central, it had a lot to do with the writing of these bills, as well as New York City and Chicago. Crime ran amok throughout this country, and it wasn't just due to the problem in this country is when we don't hold these presidents accountable. America has a lot of presidents who should be locked up for treasonous stuff. Now the problem is, one administration can create a mess an intentional mess of stealing, robbing this country to fill the pockets of the wealthy. Reagan and them ruining this country deliberately, filling, just this trickle down type theory. What does trickle down? You start at the top and they just fill in their pockets while everyone else suffers throughout this country. You make all these cuts through programs that benefited people through the 70s, and it started to affect inner cities. He cut all these programs. That was the Reaganomics. And then what does Reagan do on top of that? He infests these communities with drugs intentionally and to fund foreign wars in order to sell weapons and military equipment to another country, an enemy country. And everybody turned a blind eye, but it was secret and when it was exposed, nothing happened. But here he is. He done wrecked the economy, took away employment. Black employment was ridiculous. Crime running out the walls. You got teenage. You can't control young kids when they're out here running wild, making money. No one's stopping anything. Police ain't stopping nothing. Killings is all off the wall. It came down to when this administration is out the way, and now many people in the community, you have black folks who were behind. We need to get tougher on law, and that's what it came from. And the crime bill wasn't just about incarcerating people. You had dealing with rapes. It was all America was a cesspool of ill shit coming up out of that Reagan administration. And they got tough. They started to get tough on these crimes. But black folks have been getting punished by the system before a crime bill. Now I think black folks have run into this delusion of playing into we Democrat and Republican. No, you need to look at the writing on the wall of what the agendas behind what one party stands for. And to be honest, I'm not for neither one of these parties. If I find a good candidate federally, I don't vote for Republicans just based on what that party is. But when it comes to local stuff, I may find a Republican candidate who's better than his Democrat. And they switch back and forth. But that crime bill stemmed from where it got tough based on that ill-ish that came from out of that Reagan administration. Then you had what came out of that Bush administration as well, followed by that. They had to do the cleanup work of this clown named Ronald Reagan and his vice president Bush, who later became president. They had to get tough, but everybody ignored the whole fact behind that. And they don't look back in that time period. LA was effed up. I always thought I was going to get killed as a kid. The stuff I was seeing out there, it was bad. And that's what a lot of people, your church leaders, the grannies, the moms, the dads, all of them was behind supporting that. So I don't think his intentions is to hate black folks. He's been part of some profound stuff. I can never compare that dude to a Donald Trump. And I never thought we'll see anything worse than a Ronald Reagan, worse than the first Bush, and damn well that second Bush. It don't get no worse.
Was the worst.
Yeah,
I think Reagan was worse than him.
damn.
Well, I wasn't quite. I'm not that old, so I wasn't even like really alive back then. So I don't really know, but can't you say that the same things happened in the last 10 years? I mean, look at the influx in the opioid pandemic. You started out with big pharma creating these new opioids. They did away with the big pharma after that was an obvious problem. Then you have China just freely sending over to the States tons and tons of synthetic poisonous opiate analogs. These aren't opiates. These are chemical research drugs that trigger the same what's it called? The same things in your brain. The
Receptors or whatever.
receptors. They trigger the same receptors, but they're poisonous, toxic, caustic, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I think that kind of compares to that same thing. They kill us with drugs, and it's always been that way, in the sense where it's fucked, man.
Well, you got to go back to before, like this, Reggie. Before Reagan, you got to go back to Nixon. As you know, Nixon made deals with
Right.
the gangsters because at the time there was the growth of the Black Panther. And you also can't forget Reagan was also governor of California at that time before he became president. He did the same back alley deals. They brought in drugs because they wanted to get out the Black Panthers. Because the Black Panthers, what they were doing, they had programs. They were feeding kids. They were educating. And then also the whole drug and opiate thing happened because the Bush W made a deal with the enemies of ISIS. They were drug dealers. The ISIS was drug dealers in Afghanistan. They were pushing them out. So that old saying, the enemy of our enemy is my friend, and they made deals with them. And then this thing with Saddam Hussein, that was the mess that was created from his father's and his predecessors' organization. They put those guys. They gave Saddam Hussein the weapons of mass destruction because the fact was they had an issue with Iran ever since the time Ayatollah had kidnapped those American citizens over there in Iran many years ago, and then he became drunk in his own power. Saddam Hussein, only thing he cared about was money, hoes, and just in front. That's all he cared about. There was no purpose about it, that man. And the fact was, we didn't have to go to Iraq because the fact was he was keeping down the really bad guys. He's like this. He's the biggest bully in the playground, and usually the other bullies won't mess with the biggest bully, and they weren't afraid of us because we had articles of war. We have like we going in, we have certain guidelines we go by. We fighting. They don't have those same guidelines, and this was a mess that was created by both the father, the son, and the man before the father.
Ayatollah, I remember that. I did read on that.
Mhm.
Man,
So that, yeah,
shoot, man. God, dog. Yeah, it's been a pretty good talk, man. Shoot, I'm a
yeah, yeah.
man.
But I
Y'all,
One
get
last thing. One last thing. I just
yeah.
hope that in the future, man, that we can get someone. Did you know that in the 19, I think it was the 1950s, don't quote me on the exact dates,
Mm.
1950s or the early 1900s, we had a political party called Democratic Republicans. Why is the government so corrupt where they won't let someone who's not, because see, every single president that's gotten in is connected, right? You can read the scientifics on how all their bloodlines are somehow connected. They all have tons of money. Why is it that our government is so corrupt that we can't get a normal person in there? We can't get normal senators in there. All these senators that are hold all the seats, they've all been in there for 20 and 30 years. They're all totally out of touch with our society. Why can't we get someone in there who's a normal guy, who's right down the middle and can say, hey, I agree with a little bit of you. I agree with a little bit of you. Let's do a vote on it and let's meet in the middle and let's stop this division and move on in a positive way. I just don't
because
understand how
Because
it's so hard.
you got people. You got people. You still have like these older people, and I hate to say it, these baby boomers are still alive. That supported these people years ago, and they can't get stuck out of their ways, man. Have these people still using flip phones, man. And you now we want them to change over. As long as these baby boomers are still alive, and they can keep voting these clowns in office, then keep getting these old people, these old. I agree with you, man. We need some young people in there, man, that just understand our generation, because these 70, 80-year-old dudes, man, they making laws, like stuff that correlate to the damn 50s, man. Like, the hell. Need to go and get these people up out of here, man.
Dude, us
and
millennials, there's a thing that shows millennials only own like 6% of the country's wealth. And when when our whole generation is grown up being that poor, when all these people come out and say, "Oh, we're going to start doing free healthcare and free college and free this and free that," hey, I'm all for it until we turn into a socialist country. You know what I mean? Like, I, it makes us want to fall into that because we already have nothing. You might as well make my life a little easier. Go ahead, send me a stimulus check. You know what? My kids and my grandkids will be paying for that. Did you know every citizen, the Federal Reserve's never been audited? Every citizen is born into $350,000 in debt. Most people, by the time they turn 18, you're already born into debt. You're just a slave. You're a servant to the freaking to the Federal Reserve and to the state. Everybody.
the thing with that is that we never get people that wants to go come in there because the fact that there's too much um just basically more of a gang kind of mentality of it. Most people, these same people are voting for the same person that their grandfather voted for, their father voted for, their great grandfather voted for, their uncle voted for. That's why they stay in power because the fact is it's just the same thing. It's a generation thing. It keeps on going. And even if you do get somebody who's new and maybe surprising, eventually they often switch and just get into the same mentality as the others. It's going to be hard to find anybody who really wants to make changes like that. And we do bring somebody who want to make changes, they'll be called a kook or get pushed out. And, and the whole thing is like there's other countries that have the same things. Like I got a friend she used to live in England, and they have free um healthcare, but they get that to pay higher taxes. But still, you can go to a doctor's office and no more paying for a surgery that which costs you'll hear about maybe a few $1,000s, but at the most $500. There's countries where there's school like it's practically free to go to college. Because then you don't have to worry about paying um, thousands, hundreds of dollars in tuition fees. You're just working like you like think about it. When you're a doctor, you go to school for 8 to 10 years, then spend the next 4 or 5 years as a resident. Before you before you come even make your own practice, and then by the time you finally make your own practice, you're just getting out from the debt.
Yeah, man. It's it's crazy. Well,
Y'all,
Well, all right, my brothers, I'm gonna get
coach.
ready to hop up out of here. But great combo, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate that, coach.
yeah, definitely, fellas, man. Hopefully we can get on some fight talk, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
maybe get
hey,
some.
indeed.
yeah, Kevin. I don't know if you up for some fight talk, man.
hey, I always run on your channel and check it out, and I just wanted to say thanks for allowing me to come on. I'll have every one of you in my prayers, and I appreciate you guys having me on and willing to, just talk. Everyone just needs to talk. People need to talk more, and I think that's a great step.
Yeah, man. People just need to go on and get it out, man. Like my boy Roger, he was on here the other time, and we was having some similar conversation. So yeah, yeah, just talk,
I
man.
virtually, I virtually shake each one of y'all's hands, and I wish y'all a good night. All right.
Yeah, man. You
Good night,
too.
Kevin.
Hey,
Thank
man.
you.
And you want to come on and talk fights, man. Hey, man. You definitely get another perspective, man, on some of these fighters, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Good.
All right, y'all.
Cause I
Take
got
it easy.
you too, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Kevin, coming by.
Take
Like,
care.
You too, man.
uh,
All right, GP. Hey, man. Well, just give me your closing thoughts, man. You still here? We're gonna just knock it off.
well, like I said, first off, Hot Job Harrison gets smoked by Cyborg like she's a crack pipe. You don't have a chance.
Crazy.
And what thing is, we have to be patient. It's going to take some time. It may not happen in my lifetime or your lifetime, but things will get better. We just have to hope for that, and we have to be optimistic. We have to go. We have to, we have to go through a lot of, excuse my language, a lot of shit before things get better. But that's a part of life. And life is hard. It's never been easy. But like I got this, I'd rather live a hard life than have an easy death.
True that, man. Oh man, a hard life than an easy death.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Well, thank you for coming in, man. That was George Page. Go subscribe
Yeah.
to George Page. See him on
The
Mondays.
emperor of female bodybuilding.
Yeah, he's the king. He's the king of female bodybuilding on YouTube. Almost
Yeah.
at 400 subscribers, I think. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm just. I think if I can get some more interviews set up, and I got a lot of people that's following me, and I mean, and that last interview I did with Nancy Lewis, I think that really set me up pretty good.
that's good, man. That's good. I
Yeah.
think, yeah. Well, I got a special guest coming in tomorrow, y'all. Um, I can't really say who it is because if I do, then oh yeah, I can't say a single word, man. Can't say
All
a
right.
word, but I definitely appreciate all y'all coming in.